Depression comes in different ways. It can be situational, or it can be somebody is in a deep depression. Mental illness is not spoken about. The secrets that folk hold on to because they are so ashamed of society and what family folk will say if they know that they're in a space of depression. It's just the reality of how we are conditioned as a people. You just don't talk about it. You just deal and you don't speak about it.
My fiance was murdered while I was pregnant with my daughter, and I went to a seriously deep depression. Yet really not knowing what depression was because my family wasn't willing to deal with things like that. So I suffered for a long time not knowing what I was suffering with or from. I went to college and I was taking some psychology classes and I'm reading off all these characteristics of depression. I'm like, oh, that's me. Not showering for periods of time, feeling hopeless, not seeing beyond the present moment, just a darkness. When I did try to express it to my family, they would be like, oh, just get up. There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Get up. And so I felt a bit isolated in trying to share my feelings. So what I had to do was mask those feelings and just get up and go. I sought comfort through sex, not relationships. It was like I couldn't see myself being in a real relationship after my daughter's father was killed. And I really couldn't commit myself or love like that, but I would have sex randomly, and that was my comforting. Through all my struggles and through all my depression and my inability to love myself and to dream for myself and want for myself, I made an internal vow with myself and with God, and I said that I have this girl child to raise and I'm going to do my best to raise her to be great. She does not suffer from depression. She does not suffer from mental illness. She's very smart, very outgoing, unlike me. She's not like me at all.
I'll say in people who commit suicide selfish, it had nothing to do with selfishness. It's just a place you get to where you can't deal with stuff anymore. And for you, the only choice is, you know what? I don't want to be here no more. I was tired at 11 years old of being sexually abused by these men in the community, like just a whole family of men, father, sons, brothers. And there was nobody that I could talk to. There was nobody I could, tell this. My parents they were there but not there. That was the first time I thought of suicide. I didn't know, I know the word suicide, but I didn't know when you actually try it, you will actually be dead. I did attempt, which is I drank Clorox. I just thought, hey, you know what? Something's gonna happen. You go to hospital, people would investigate. I don't even know if I have grieved yet. Started to see a therapist because of, I think I just shut down all my emotions and I don't know if I could feel. I blocked everything up because I don't want to feel hurt. I don't want to feel grief. I don't want to feel nothing. I don't even want to feel the good things because the good things happen for a while and then something bad happens.
So I think everybody that's coming to the table to have the conversations about depression and whatever mental health issues that are going on, everyone has to kind of say, this is what I want from everyone, and this is what I am willing to give to this conversation, and not feel the pressure. Because if people don't feel safe to have the conversations are not going to happen. But the reality is, suicide in Black folk is disproportionate than anybody else, and it's on the rise. So we obviously need to begin to have the conversation. And guess what? It's not just women of our age, it's teenagers, because they don't feel safe enough to have conversations that are taboo, whatever those conversations are. And I think that we have to create the platform to be able to do